Have you ever wondered why New York City, the Big Apple, is one of the most influential economic powerhouses in the world? Well, let's delve into that. New York City, the city that never sleeps, is more than just a vibrant metropolis. It's an economic behemoth, a global hub of commerce, finance, media, and an array of other industries. With a gross domestic product rivaling that of large nations, it's not just a city, it's an economy in its own right. Imagine this. If New York City were a country, its economy would rank among the top 15 in the world. That's right, it outpaces entire nations. This bustling city's economic output is comparable to countries like South Korea and Canada. It's a testament to the city's economic might and global significance. But how did it get here? What's the story behind this economic powerhouse? In order to understand its current economic standing, we must first dive into its history. The economic roots of New York City can be traced back to the 17th century. Back then, New York, or New Amsterdam as it was known, was a far cry from the bustling metropolis we know today. It was a modest settlement, established by the Dutch in the early 1600s, with an economy that revolved around the fur trade. Imagine a time when the island of Manhattan was covered in dense forests, and the Hudson River teemed with beavers. These little creatures were the lifeblood of New York's early economy. Their pelts were a hot commodity in Europe, where they were used to make fashionable hats and clothing. As a result, beaver pelts became the primary export of New Amsterdam, bringing in much-needed revenue and attracting a diverse group of settlers from all over Europe. As the decades rolled on, New Amsterdam began to evolve. The fur trade remained a significant part of the economy, but the city's strategic location, nestled in a natural harbor and at the mouth of the Hudson River, began to shape its future. This prime location caught the eye of the British, who took control of the city in 1664 and renamed it New York. Under British rule, the city's economy started to shift. The fur trade was gradually replaced by a focus on maritime activities. New York's deepwater ports made it an ideal hub for trade, and the city quickly became one of the busiest ports in the British Empire. Goods from all over the world flowed through New York, transforming the city into a bustling center of commerce. As the 17th century drew to a close, it was clear that New York was on the cusp of great change. Its economic focus had shifted from fur trade to maritime trade, setting the stage for the city's future as a global economic powerhouse. The 17th century laid the foundation for New York City's economic transformation. The Industrial Revolution, beginning in the late 18th century, marked a significant turning point for New York City's economy. This era of rapid technological and economic change transformed the city into a bustling industrial and manufacturing hub. Imagine, if you can, a New York City where the skyline was not yet dominated by towering skyscrapers, but by the smokestacks of factories. The city hummed with the sound of industry, the clatter of looms and textile mills, the rhythmic thumping of printing presses and publishing houses, the bustle of dock workers loading and unloading goods at the city's busy ports. Textile manufacturing was one of the earliest industries to take root in New York City during the Industrial Revolution. The city became a center for producing everything from simple cotton fabrics to intricate lace and fine silks. These textiles, in turn, fed a burgeoning fashion industry that would eventually turn New York into a global style capital. At the same time, the publishing industry was also taking off. New York City became the nation's literary heart, with publishing houses churning out newspapers, magazines, and books that informed, entertained, and shaped the American public. Shipping, too, played a crucial role in New York City's industrial transformation. The city's strategic location, with its deep, sheltered harbor and its access to the Hudson River, made it an ideal hub for the transportation of goods. Ships from around the world unloaded their cargo at New York's bustling docks, and local factories turned these raw materials into finished products. This era of industrial growth was not without its challenges, of course. The rapid expansion of industry brought with it problems of pollution, labor unrest, and economic inequality. But it also set the stage for the city's next great transformation. The Industrial Revolution paved the way for New York City's next economic evolution. As we'll see in the next section, the city would soon find itself at the center of a new kind of economic activity, one that would transform it from a city of factories and warehouses into a city of finance and commerce. The 20th century brought about significant changes in New York City's economy, most notably the rise of Wall Street. As the dawn of the 20th century broke, Wall Street emerged from the shadows, transforming into a gleaming beacon of financial prowess. Its evolution was not a mere chance occurrence, but the result of a calculated chess play in the global financial game. The establishment of the New York Stock Exchange in the late 18th century marked the humble beginnings of Wall Street. However, it wasn't until the 20th century that this financial district truly began to command the world's attention. As the economy burgeoned, Wall Street found itself at the epicenter of global finance. Yet, the journey to the top was not without its obstacles. The Great Depression of the 1930s delivered a crushing blow to Wall Street. It was a time of turmoil, a time when the glistening towers of finance seemed on the verge of crumbling. But just as New York City is known for its resilience, so too did Wall Street bounce back. The financial district weathered the storm, emerging stronger and more influential than before. The recovery from the Great Depression was not merely a return to the status quo. Rather, it marked a pivotal shift in the global financial landscape. Wall Street was no longer just a national financial hub. It had ascended to the rank of a global powerhouse. As the century progressed, Wall Street continued to rise, shaping the city's economy in its image. The financial district's prosperity spilled over into the city, driving growth and development in various sectors. The city's skyline, once dominated by shipping docks and warehouses, was now punctuated by soaring skyscrapers, symbols of Wall Street's dominance. The influence of Wall Street was not confined to the physical city. The financial district's prowess radiated outward, touching every corner of the globe. It shaped financial policies, influenced economies, and commanded respect from world leaders. The dominance of Wall Street continues to define New York City's economy to this day. Today, New York City boasts a diversified economy, with important sectors extending beyond finance. The city that never sleeps has indeed refused to rest on its laurels, continuously expanding and diversifying its economic repertoire. Now let's take a moment to delve into the current state of New York City's economy. While Wall Street and the financial sector remain vital, they're no longer the only game in town. The city has made significant strides in nurturing a robust ecosystem of different industries. The tech sector, for instance, has seen a meteoric rise in the city. New York has emerged as a formidable rival to Silicon Valley, earning itself the moniker Silicon Alley. The city is now home to numerous tech startups and giants alike, driving innovation and creating thousands of jobs in the process. The media industry, too, has always been a pillar of New York City's economy. The city is a global hub for news, publishing, advertising, and broadcasting companies. It's the pulse of the world's media, shaping narratives and influencing trends worldwide. Healthcare, another key player in New York's diversified economy, provides a wide array of opportunities. From world-class hospitals to cutting-edge research institutions, the city's healthcare sector is a significant source of employment and revenue. And let's not forget tourism. Despite the challenges posed by global events, New York City continues to be a premier destination for travelers from around the globe. The allure of its iconic landmarks, diverse culture, and rich history draws millions of tourists annually, contributing substantially to the city's economy. In essence, New York City's economy is a vibrant tapestry, woven with threads from a multitude of sectors. Each industry, from finance to tech, media to healthcare and tourism, plays a critical role in the city's economic narrative. This diversification has not only made the city resilient, but also a beacon of economic vitality. It's a testament to New York's ability to adapt and evolve with the times, always staying one step ahead. The economic evolution of New York City has shaped it into the economic powerhouse we know today. New York City has come a long way from its humble beginnings as a trading post. Indeed, the Big Apple's economic journey is a tale of resilience and reinvention. From its early days in the 17th century as a Dutch fur trading outpost, it blossomed into a city of industry and commerce. The transformation was remarkable. New York City, once a manufacturing hub, turned into a service-oriented economy. Remember, it was the birth of Wall Street that catapulted the city into the global spotlight. The financial sector's rise, however, did not overshadow other sectors. The city's economy diversified, embracing industries like technology, entertainment, and tourism. This rich tapestry of economic activity, woven over centuries, is what makes New York City the vibrant, bustling metropolis it is today. It's a city that continues to adapt and innovate, laying the groundwork for future economic trends. Understanding its economic journey gives us a deeper appreciation for why New York City remains an influential global economic powerhouse.